to the ACL Gateway Sharing Good Practice Zone. This video will help you organise your Tutor Course Folder. At the very front of your folder, you'll need to display the checklist. This itemises all of the documents you'll need. It's a good idea to follow the order of the checklist, as this will make it easier for you and the other members of the curriculum team to find any documents. We'll start with the induction checklist. This itemises all of the points that must be covered during induction. Once the induction has been delivered, please tick the boxes to confirm these have been covered and sign and date at the bottom. Remember, if you have new learners who join your class after the first session, you must ensure they also receive a full induction. If you are teaching in one of our outreach venues, you must have had a health and safety induction from them at the venue. Following this, you and the partner will need to complete the health and safety induction checklist. Both you and the partner must sign and date this form. In this section, you'll also find a hard copy of the Learner Handbook, which contains additional information on items including confidentiality and the complaints procedure. There is also a Tutor Handbook, which contains additional information on course delivery, accessing Gateway and completing registers. You will also find a list of useful contact details. That should be followed by evidence of the initial assessments and diagnostics you have used. These can either be kept in the course folder or in the learner's individual portfolio if you are using these. Next comes the group profile. Here's one example. Yours may be different. Please make sure you only use the learner's initials on these. The profile should include all learners and contain details of any additional needs they may have. Evidence of induction should include a printout of the induction PowerPoint, along with copies of the values, safeguarding and ICT usage posters. We've also included guidelines for staff to follow if a learner is affected by JCP skills conditionality. All registers should now be completed online. Please note it's also good health and safety practice to have a signing in sheet in case of an emergency. An up-to-date copy of your scheme of work should follow, with individual lesson plans for each sessions following after. All learners must have an individual learning plan, and depending on the course, this will be kept either in the Tutor Course Folder or in the learner's individual portfolio. The next section will be copies of all of the resources you use throughout the course. All accredited courses will need some form of tracking sheet. In this case, we have a learner assessment log. Another example is a tracking sheet for maths at level 1. Again, this may appear either in the course folder or the learner's individual portfolio. Examples of the learner's work containing constructive and meaningful feedback will come next. This may also be found in the learner's portfolio. This is followed by the learner's evaluation form. Be mindful to use the correct evaluation form, as there is a separate form for workshops, IAG and drop-ins. At the end of each course, you'll be expected to complete a tutor course evaluation. A form you may not be familiar with is the learner actual destination form. This must be completed with the learner in the event of them moving into employment, either full-time, part-time or voluntary work. Once completed, this should be scanned and returned to the relevant hub officer covering the area where this course has been delivered. Finally, you'll need the details of key ACL, IAG and progression partnerships. The latest versions of all of these documents can be found on the ACL Gateway Staff Zone in the Documents folder.